Hello and welcome on 360 Sports. I'm Adeni Ajishafe. Welcome on the show. We have to look at sporting activities coming our way. We'll start from Nigerian story, Teqball. Teqball has been the sport that really developed in Nigeria and is making wave. That's why Teqball World Series for Nigerians to play in France. The likes of Ademoye Oyemade, Yaya Akurede, Obi Ijeoma, and Salah Bukola will be jostling to at least represent Nigeria at the competition. They will be playing alongside other countries that have been given invitation for that particular competition. Good one there between 18th to March this year. They will be played. That will be next month, where the 4 Nigerians will be able to showcase their talent in Teqball. Looking at this particular sport is really making waves in Nigeria, and right now 4 highest ranked Nigerian players have been given the opportunity to represent Nigeria at the competition that will be coming up in Paris, France. Good one there for the 4 Nigerians who will be able to showcase their skills in Teqball sport. We're looking at that particular sport. A lot of people don't really know about Teqball, but really it's making waves, and we are here to give you much more concerning Teqball. 4 Nigerians, they will be going to France and they will be participating in the Teqball series there. Now we move away from Teqball. Let's talk about basketball. Basketball African League, BAL, will be starting very soon. That should be from March. It will be coming up in 3 different locations, but from the northern side, that is the Nile Conference, and also the Savannah Conference in Dakar, Senegal. Now we look at the teams that will be starting from March. Now talking about the teams that will be starting from March, we'll be looking at Dakar Arena. AS Saleh of Morocco will be among the team. We have Dakar UC of Senegal, Ferroviario Maputo of Mozambique, Rwanda Energy, they will also be coming up. Seydou Legacy of Guinea will be parts of that team, and you have US Monastir of Tunisia. Those are the teams that will play in Dakar, that is in Senegal, for the Savannah Conference. This particular group is supposed to have Nigerian Rivers Hoopers, but still not sure what really happened. Maybe because of the issue of faction in Nigerian Basketball Federation, because Rivers Hoopers are the champion in Nigeria, but right now they are not being invited for this BAL Africa, that is Basketball African League. Well, as it is right now, all these teams will be playing from March 5 to 15 in Dakar, over there in Senegal. Now let's look at the April. That is in Nile, that is in Egypt, that will be coming up. Also in April, Hassan Mustafa Indoor Sports Complex in Cairo, that will be the place. We also look at BC Esport for Cash of DR Congo, Cape Town Tigers of South Africa, Cobra Sport of South Sudan, FAP of Cameroon, Petro Atletico of Angola, and Zamalek of Egypt, that will be coming up in Cairo. Well, the 2 conferences, that's in Dakar and also in Egypt, Cairo precisely, that will be coming up. 12 teams will be fighting for honors like the Champions League in football. So we have it also in basketball. So paying for that, Nigerian representative Rivers Hoopers are not actually listed in this invitational tournament that will be coming up in 2 different locations. Well, the final will be coming up in Kigali, Rwanda, where the top teams will be playing for the finals. They are looking at Basketball League Africa, and to let's have at least the animation of this invitation for you quickly. Good one there. You just saw the animation of the Basketball African League. Well, that will be coming up in 3 different locations. Dakar in Senegal for the Savannah Conference, and also Cairo in the Nile Conference. Well, before the final will be coming up in Kigali, Rwanda. Well, joining me to talk sports this morning is Madira Umar. Good to have you.
good to be here. Thank you very much for having me.
Yes, before you actually came on, we're talking about Teqball World Series, where Nigerians will be participating. 4 Nigerians right now have been invited. That shows that they are the 4 most ranked Nigerian players in Teqball. And this is a new sport in Nigeria. And now it's really making way that at least we have that invitation to be participating over there in France.
Exactly. That's what you call preparation. Maybe a few years away from maybe a few years back, we didn't even know that we're going to be invited for Teqball. So I think it's all about being prepared for anything that comes up. These people were prepared, and that's why they were called up. If we were thinking that, oh, we've not had this kind of sport in the country, we shouldn't even be practicing, you shouldn't follow your passion. I'm sure people who are outside the country, who are Nigerians, have been playing this ball, and for those people to be called, that means they stand out. So I think it's all about preparation for, you know, things to come, and not waiting for when it comes, and then we start having people start from the scratch and putting them online, and then we go there, we come back with very bad results. So I think it's a good one. I say congratulations to the 4 players that have been invited to play in the Teqball, and I wish them all the best. I want to see them flying so high.
Now we move away from Teqball. Let's talk about basketball. Well, we just roll out to you the animation of the 12 teams that will be playing the Savannah Conference and also the Nile Conference of the Basketball African League. Well, we don't have a Nigerian team there. Rivers Hoopers are defending champions, or rather they are the champions of Nigerian Basketball League. They are not being listed. Something somewhere is wrong. Well, we look at this. 12 teams, 6 in the Savannah, 6 in the Nile conferences. And now the 2 conferences will be starting. The first one will be in March. That is in Senegal, Dakar precisely. And the second one will be in Cairo, Egypt. But you look at, we don't have Rivers Hoopers there. And I'm sure the issue of this MBBF thing could be the reason why.
Of course, that's the reason why we do not have Rivers Hoopers in the MBFF, let's say, playoff that's happening right now, starting from Senegal, just like you mentioned. And that brings us to, you know, putting our house together. I've always mentioned on the show, like, we bring in people, let's say interim managers, people who do a lot of things outside the country. But when we don't work together as a team, when we always argue of who becomes the chairman, who takes what position, who governs, and it just becomes a problem, not just for basketball, but for other sports in the country. You know, it rubs off on other sports. Basketball, Rivers Hoopers now, people who represented the continent, let's say Nigeria, the other time, who missed out in the competition will be looking forward, okay, we didn't do well, we are somewhat champions in Nigeria, but we need to make a difference when we go continentally. But right now they're waiting for the second time, and then nothing happens. That's bringing the players' morale down. And that brings us to, you know, we need to put ourselves together. We need to stop this, this war on who takes on this position, who does what and who does who. I know when you want to make things work, you need to put some people in certain positions to make things work, who take the managerial positions, who calls the shot. But that doesn't mean it should be a thug of war where people, you know, disrupt activities, disrupt competitions just because they have, let's say they have grudges against the other person because they are supposed to be there and the other person is supposed to be there. So I think if, as a sports person, what should be your first aim is how to make way, how to, you know, get the wins, and not who mounts this position. So when we are able to put our house together, I think that's when we can move forward and then call the shots when we talk about any other type of sport in the country.
Well, we just hope that we can get it right in Nigeria. Basketball League Africa there. I mean, move away from basketball, let's talk about football. Well, a match was played between Atlan, Kigwe, between Atlan and Gombe United. It ended in a draw in that game. Well, Atlan right now, lately they've been dropping points, losing, and eventually they lost at home. They drew rather at home against Gombe United. Well, that match was a match that a lot of people were thinking maybe Atlan would be able to at least win this. Or they've been going through issue of not being paid salary, talking about the players. They are even trying for playing all their games, but it's not easy that they are playing without being paid. Now, looking at Atlant versus Gombe, if you look at the way the table is right now, after playing that particular match between Gombe United and Heartland FC. We look at Heartland right now are standing 19th on the log with 8 points from 11 matches. And you have Gombe, they are standing 14th with 13 points after playing their own Week 11 match. Well, right now it's remaining Sunshine Stars and Wiki Tourists who are here to play their outstanding match for Week 11. Well, Remo Stars, Rivers United, Plateau United are still standing tall among the teams in the 20 teams that are competing in the competition. Eyimba are 4th. You have Kwara United, Rangers International, Aqua United, Wiki Tourists of Bauchi, Nasarawa United in 9th position with 16 points from 11 games with a 1-goal difference. Shooting Star of Ibadan, they have 15 points from 11 games. Now straight down to Heartland, 19th, and you have MFM of Lagos, who are right now really struggling in the Nigerian Professional Football League. So now we move away from the MPFL. Let's go straight to the World Club Football taking place in Abu Dhabi, precisely in the United Arab Emirates. 2 matches were played yesterday. Well, starting from the 5th playoff between Monterrey FC and Al Jazeera. It ended 3-0 in favor of Monterrey. They won against Al Jazeera, and now they've won the 5th place standing concerning the log of teams that play in the competition. Now, the big one that happened is between Chelsea and Al Hilal. Chelsea did well, but they pipped Al Hilal, the team of Odion Igalo, by a lone goal scored by a Belgian, Romelu Lukaku, in that particular encounter. Let's look at Al Hilal Chelsea for the second semi-final. Now, Chelsea will be facing Palmeiras of Brazil.
And I wasn't expecting less of what I saw. I knew it was going to be a very tight one for Chelsea. You know, they are the current champions right now. Everybody's shouting Chelsea, you know. But Al Hilal gave them a run for their money, I must say that. And then, you know, scoring that goal, it was just, should I say they worked for it and all by chance.
They made them suffer for it. I think
they gave them a run for their money.
I think they didn't allow the ball to flow naturally. They were trying to force results. They had to talk to them. I remember Zolo saying they had to get a call from Thomas Tuchel, who told them they should take the match easy. They should be calm playing the game so that they can get the result naturally without forcing. They were forcing the play. The style of play was getting very forceful. So they had to bring it down, play this game, and that was finally what they did. Although first half was a bit very kind of physical for Chelsea. They were looking for the goals. You saw Lukaku, Kai Havertz, trying to see how they can get this goal by all means, but it wasn't coming except for the one that came through Lukaku. Yes,
like I said, it's really a tough one for Chelsea yesterday. I think they haven't really played like this in a very long time. And when the match was going, I was like, okay, Chelsea, today, not today. And it just went well. For Chelsea fans, they're happy, they're excited that this went well. I'm sure it's going to be a competition that we will see a lot of actions. So let's see what happens to Chelsea in the finals. But, you know, big up to Chelsea. I'm not a Chelsea fan, but, you know, Chelsea have been doing well under their coach. And then their goalkeepers, their shot stoppers are something else. Look at Arrizabalaga and you know, Edouard Mendy and what they've achieved so far. It's just like Edouard Mendy coming from coming from, I would say, nowhere. Okay,
no, I
wouldn't want to say nowhere, because sometimes when people put in the work, you never know until maybe they get a big shot in big clubs. That's when you know that, you know, this person didn't come from nowhere. For example, like you can, in every profession, you see that, you know, when somebody starts doing what you say, it came from nowhere. But we know that it's hard work that brought Edouard Mendy to where he is right now. So I would say that it's a challenge for Kepa, because we've seen Kepa sit up. He has been a very good one for Chelsea, but it's just like Edouard Mendy is a compliment. It complements him, and we can see that they are unstoppable because of that form. And that's when we call it a team. You know, when your house is put together, when you're playing with, you know, the mindset that, yes, we are a team, and if we come together, if we work together, and not feel like somebody is supposed to be in this position, there's somebody supposed to be the one being the shot stopper in this game and is supposed to be there. So when there's no quarrel, I'm not saying that it's quarrel free, but when there's no so much misunderstanding, you see them perform. And that's the way I see Chelsea right now. And that's why they've been going places, I tell you.
Well, I hope they continue to go places. Looking at the fact that they'll be facing Brazilian Palmeiras. 10 years ago, Chelsea they've been pursuing this particular trophy. They just have to take a pound of flesh against any team they will be facing. Talking about the Brazilian, the Palmeiras too, they know what is at stake. They want to defeat Chelsea. Can Chelsea do it against Palmeiras? Saturday will be the judge. Let's wait and see what's going to happen between the two teams who are right now. They've qualified for the final from the first semi-final and also the second semi-final where they dislodge their opponent. Good one for Chelsea. Romelu Lukaku scoring that goal for them. And also good one for Palmeiras of Brazil, who are right now waiting to face the team from England there. We're looking at Club World Cup taking place in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. It's been ongoing, and Odioni Gallo's team has been bundled by the Blues. Now we move away from Club World Cup. Let's go straight to England, moving around from each continent, starting from the home scene. Now we talk about England. Well, Manchester City did well against Brentford as they won that game 2-0. Good one for that team, the team that they are never ready to drop points, leading with 60 points right now. They are really leading ahead of Liverpool with 48 points. Now you have Norwich City, Pukki scoring for Norwich City, and you'll be thinking, okay, they will hold on to it before Crystal Palace pulled one back and it ended 1-0 draw. Tottenham Hotspur, they lost at home against Southampton 2-3. What a game for Southampton, who saw and they were able to defeat Tottenham Hotspur. What happened? Aston Villa against Leeds United, a very tough game for Aston Villa at the Villa Park. 3-3. Coutinho, yes, is having a very good time now with Aston Villa. He was able to score. He also made an assist, and he did well for that team. Well, it ended in a draw. 6-goal thriller between Leeds United, who saw, and drew. 3-3 goals, and it was a point.
I don't know what's going on in the English Premier League this season, but we've seen a lot of teams come, they saw, and then conquer. Just like what happened to Tottenham yesterday versus Southampton.
That game was,
so it was
full of intrigue. A lot of things were like, what's happening here?
Yeah. And at some point in the game, you'll be asking yourself, come on, we could do this. And then it just happened. So I hear a lot of football pundits talking about English Premier League as a farmer's tournament, a farmers league. you know, there's not a lot of competition. Look at the table. Manchester City, come on, what's happening? So where are the rest of the people? You would see a club leaving or giving a 12-point, lead, and it's so not seen in other clubs. Like, you just imagine what's happening.
But really, in English Premier League, it's competitive. It's just that there is a particular style with Manchester City that I noticed that when they outsmart you, you keep running after them. I think maybe French league should be referred to as Farmers League, as people have been called, because in England, it's so very competitive.
Okay,
despite even you are trailing.
Now look at this. This guy this guy at Aston Villa yesterday,
Coutinho.
Coutinho.
Yeah.
When he was not in the English Premier League,
Barcelona.
What he did yesterday was what he did in a whole season, 2 goals in a whole season, and he was able to achieve it yesterday. So how can we say that other people who are coming from other leagues, come to the English Premier League and
no, you remember, but Coutinho really understood. He has played with Liverpool. He left for Barcelona. He got to Barcelona, it did not click. Some players, when they move to another country or to another club, they find it very difficult to pick. It happened to Eden Hazard. It happens to a lot of players. But for Coutinho to come back to England, it's just like, oh, you are switching on what you've been doing, and you back to the style.
Yeah, he played in England, but he didn't just play in England. He went to other leagues.
And remember, you cannot place Aston Villa to Barcelona side by side. So the competition in Barcelona is far. Then coming to Aston Villa, now, that's why it's always good to have playing time. Now he's enjoying playing time. In Barcelona, he wasn't enjoying that.
So how is EPL not the Farmers League?
No, we should not refer to England as Farmers League. No, seriously.
I don't know. I feel, okay, if other clubs have the kind of money EPL splash around, I think they will do better than what we're seeing. But
to be candid, nobody is saying they should not. After all, they have billionaires in their own country. Yes, they have. They should invest in football to the way, if you see the way English have turned around or hype or whatever you want to call it, their league. If other countries too should do that, come on, the competition will be high.
And I know why. First of all, I already talked about the money being splashed around. You know, Fulham from relegation, Fulham spent almost $100 million, you know, to buy players. So if you can give that kind of money, how many times did you hear Sevilla spend that kind of money?
But wait. Look at German league. You can easily call, if you are sleeping and you are being woken up from sleep, that, okay, who's going to win the league? You can mention Bayern Munich, right?
Yes.
If you are being woken up from sleep, that who will win the league, you remember it was PSG. But in England, really, it's always between 4 or 5 clubs, accepted because of the fact that, yes, now Man City are running away, but it's still very competitive, despite the fact that they are leading with that amount of points. I will tell you that Guardiola will never rest on his oars because he knows that that league is very, very competitive.
You're not able to convince me yet, but we'll
Seriously,
leave that discussion for another
to be candid, no, you shouldn't refer to EPL as Farmers League. Don't let the fans there. Really, it should be for French League or German League.
Exactly. I'm sure we're going to get reactions today on our YouTube page. Probably you just announced that.
That will happen. You will see what people are going to tell you. That the English Premier League, the most exciting league in the world, let's be sincere, with all due respect to our own Nigerian league and any other league, fact is, EPL stands out. So
that's because we're English-speaking countries.
No, not that. Even the French, even the whatever tribe, all over the world, EPL is the most followed. Let's be sincere.
That's because we have a lot of English-speaking people.
That is why the fact that the way they run their football and the clubs, let's be sincere, is exciting. Okay, let's just leave that story.
Can we say that their house is being put together? That's why.
You can see now that word. House is being put together shows if others to put their league in order, the way they put their league, the way they hype their thing, the way they run their football, where businessmen, where the fan have a say, where everything works. Other leagues should you can't just, let's not refer to EPL as Farmers League.
Like
seriously.
I said, it's going to be a discussion.
Okay, now we move straight to Coppa Italia as we talk about some result there. Matches were actually played in Coppa Italia. AC Milan, they did well in that game. Now, looking at Coppa Italia result quickly. Well, when you talk about games like this, when you talk about leagues, maybe I should take you back to what we were talking. You look at the fact that you can't take it away from England. Italian Serie A, other leagues, La Liga, German Bundesliga, French league, they just have to. Okay, let's take this first. Coppa Italia result. AC Milan 4-0 against Lazio. Good one for AC Milan. Olivier Giroud has been scoring, and he also did again for AC Milan. They won that game, dumping out Lazio in the Coppa Italia. Good one for AC Milan. Yes,
AC Milan has, you know, they're just in this staggering movement for AC Milan. But I was happy yesterday when I saw the results 4-0. That's not something you see all the time when you watch clubs play. And Giroud, yes, he has been in top form and he did it yesterday, so congratulations to him and the club. So more actions. The Coppa Italia, we've been seeing a lot of actions lately, and I just wanted, I love it when a competition starts, maybe a tournament, and then you see a lot of people crossing hurdles, a lot of actions, and that's just the beauty of the game for me, and I just love to watch what happened yesterday.
Good one. We take French Coupe de France also. Matches were played. Quickly, we look at the result of the French Coupe de France there. 2 matches went down in that particular league. As you have Bajira Perigord play 1-1 draw against Versailles. OGC Nice, they defeated Marseille 4-1. Surprisingly, Marseille fell to OGC Nice in that particular game.
I wasn't expecting Marseille to actually fall for Nice, but it's fine. That's what happened in the game of football. Okay, before we go, to let you know, I'm coming back to our discussion that EPL, we shouldn't refer to EPL as far as I am concerned, they are Farmers League. EPL is a Farmers League. It's just overrated. It's not. It's because we speak English. That's my goodness. Well, candidly, to be candid, that's not a league where you can run away with the title, even when you are leading. Well, we don't have time. We just have to run now. We've been talking sports with Madia Umar. Thanks for joining us on the show. Thank you for having me. Well, sport is always business and fitness. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.